Hey everyone, Jessica here, and I wanted to make a video kind of reintroducing myself to you guys, or to those who have newly subscribed to me from the 3 photographers shoot 1 model video. I think it was like a week where that video was basically everywhere, and it was absolutely overwhelming. And I mean, I didn't even plan for it to get 800,000 views, but it's really exciting, as nerdy as that sounds, for all the people who just subscribe to me who don't really know who I am or what I'm about. And maybe you don't know that I'm like really awkward and kind of weird, but I'm here to make this video to reassure you guys that I am. So I wanted to make a video just reintroducing myself to you guys. You know, it's kind of like a get to know me video part 2, because gotta update it every so often just because I've become more weird than last year. So here it goes. Just think of this like a first date, but really informal. It's like casual. We're at Applebee's, we're talking, you're trying to get to know me to make sure that we could be cool. So that's why I'm making this video. And let me talk a little bit about myself. Let's see, what can I mention here that makes me sound like a regular person? I am completely self-taught in photography. I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design, and one time I was stuck in a dark room for like an hour because I couldn't open the film canister, and it really sucked because you're in the dark for an hour basically. So, and you know what the worst part is? When I walked out of the dark room, the guy who's in charge of it, this old man, he's like looking at me like, you're dumb as hell. And I'm like, I couldn't find it. And if it couldn't get worse than that, after I developed the film, it was completely blank. I guess I didn't load the film in correctly to the film camera. So all of that was for nothing, basically. I just can't help but laugh though at my stupidity, but whatever, it's okay. I think the guy who managed the photography department really did not like me. I mean, I was in there acting a fool, like I was the only person. I think he had to stay extra just because I took so long, and he's like, man, girl, I gotta be home at 10 for Bob's Burgers. I took a photography class in college, really wasn't interested in it at all, and then junior year I just started doing photography. And it's really strange how life guides you on this path. Like, you're trying to go one path, but then life is like, it drops you into another path basically. God, I can't cook anything really. My cousin Nadine would say that we are professionals at boiling water. Funny story about that. One time my mom asked me to take a cup of water and then pour it into the pot on the stove, and so I'm like, I could do that. That's like so easy, right? So I get the cup and I'm pouring it into the pot, but the problem is that I don't pour it into the pot. I miss the pot completely, and then the flame underneath the stove under the pot goes out because I'm Jessica, and my mom was so mad. I think it took my mom like 2 years to get over that, but we're friends now, we're cool. She doesn't ask me anymore to do that stuff because she knows I'll burn the house down. Or I'll just ruin everyone's food. Oh, one time I made food and then I used expired yogurt. It was so funny. I think this video is just gonna be like all my funny stories that are maybe just funny to me, but maybe you'll get a couple of chuckles out of this. So some people ask me like, what is my worst photo shoot? What was one of the worst days I ever had? So one of these days, I mean, it wasn't like the worst, but it was definitely the funniest. It was kind of like a bad luck day the whole day. So I was second shooting a wedding with my friend, and we were on the way to the location. So we take pictures of the bride and the groom, okay? So then I'm just chilling in her car, enjoying the beautiful day outside, which is basically all stormy clouds. And we were on the highway, and so again, I'm having like a relaxing time. I'm like, yeah, I get to chill for a little bit, for like 10 minutes, not have to take pictures. And then I'm sitting there and I feel something on my leg, okay? So I look down, and lo and behold, it's a centipede looking bug crawling on my leg, okay? You don't even understand. At that moment I was like, nope, nope, not gonna happen, not gonna happen today. So then oh my god, I hated that day. So then I was basically like a gymnastic monkey, and I'm over there with my power moves, like, you know, flailing my arms around and acting crazy, and I'm taking off my sweater, and I'm making, knocked the centipede bug off me. And here's the thing though, my friend was driving on the highway. We're all of us were going maybe like 70 miles per hour. So on top of the bug being on me, the centipede being on me, we're in a speeding car on the highway. So it's not like I can, you know, open the door and then escort the bug out of the car. Like, you know, I think this is your stop. It was just not gonna happen. So clearly we were stuck on the highway. There's a bug. So the entire car ride, I'm basically in fear. I'm just disgusted of now myself because I've been touched by a bug. Like, do you know that show Touched by an Angel? Like, I was touched by a centipede. Basically touched by a centipede. And then, so the entire car ride, I'm basically just living in fear. So you're probably thinking right now, okay, a bug, you know, crawled up on you. It's not a big deal. Okay, whatever, it's fine. It's not like we're not on the highway. So after being assaulted by the centipede, who I will name Norman for undisclosed reasons and security purposes. So then I'm sitting in the car after about 20 minutes, and I start to see the buildings of Detroit, like downtown Detroit, and I'm like, okay, this is not, you know, like when you realize like you're not in, you know, when you become Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, like, damn, like there's no place like home because this is not home, because we're lost basically. So yeah, the couple session was not in Detroit, so we started driving towards downtown, and I looked at my friend and I'm like, I don't remember the location being downtown. You want to like double check that? So basically, no fault of her own, I don't blame her. My friend put the wrong address, and that is because there's another location with a very similar name. So yeah, basically I got assaulted by the centipede, going the wrong way, went to the wrong city for the couple session, and I had the bride call me, and she's like, you know, where are you guys? And I told her, I'm like, hey, sorry, we took a wrong turn. I mean, like, I'm not about to throw my friend under the bus, you know. So yeah, we had to drive back to the city, and the issue was that there's a storm that was coming, and we had a limited amount of time to take pictures before the storm really started, before Hurricane Katrina like bestowed upon us. So we rushed to the couple session. It was like an estate where we were taking pictures, and I get out of the car. I'm not even exaggerating. First of all, there's mosquitoes everywhere. It's like there was a Craigslist ad saying we were coming and to join Jessica Kubasi. All the mosquitoes came out today, and I got attacked by mosquitoes the whole time. It was soggy AF everywhere. You know, the grass was soggy. Freaking the cement was soggy. So we're taking a couple session pictures, and I'm trying to hurry it up before I can literally see the clouds above me, and they're kind of like looking down at me like, you better wrap that up, Jessica. We got a job to do. So after taking pictures for literally like 15 minutes only, it started pouring down rain. And I mean, we're on a time schedule. And when I say pouring down rain, I'm not talking about, you know, the Notebook, like trickling down rain. And no, I'm talking about like, this is like Noah's Ark. Like your home's about to get washed away. Pack up everything that you love and cherish. You better put it on a boat, because it's the only way you're gonna survive today. And then you better just float on to another country at this point. So yeah, it was pouring down rain, and oh my god, any wedding photographers out there will know that's the worst thing that could happen. Flood-like rain washing up during your photo session, and you have to be basically Harry Potter, and then you have to be David Blaine and make something happen. You have to be both of those things combined and just make something happen. So we shot underneath. There was a little area that was covered, and we just did what we could. And yeah, so I was soaking wet, and then I had to get back in my friend's car, and I didn't know if Norman was still alive. So I had to ride back in the car with Norman. If you're an aunt, I'll let it slide. I'm cool with ants. But if you're not an aunt, then I hope you have a will. I hope you have an insurance policy. I don't really know how it works for you guys, but I hope that you have a very responsible beneficiary to your insurance policy. Who really knows what happened to Norman after that? No one can say for sure. He might be roaming the streets right now, and I wouldn't even know it. So we had a brief encounter, and I just hope that I never bump into him again. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just one of my photography experiences, and really honestly appreciate every single person who, you know, sends me a message or watches my videos and says that I am of some help to them, because that's really the sole purpose of me making videos. I've been making tutorials since I was 13 or 14 years old. This is not my first time doing something like this. Although previously when I was younger, I would create written tutorials. So they'd actually take up a lot more time. And I've always loved making tutorials. I've always liked helping people. So YouTube has just given me a great platform to do so. And there was never like a doubt in my mind that I would continue making tutorials after I went into college, because I stopped updating my website. And I was in that, there was like a web phase where everyone had their own like little personal domains, and we would create our own layouts, and it was like a little community. There were message boards. I think there was a message board called Limelight. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but yeah, so I was a part of that community, and I've kind of just grown up with that influence, and that's kind of led me to where I am today. And again, I am completely self-taught. I mean, I taught myself how to make a JPEG when I was like 11, 12 years old. Another thing about myself, I love video games. I also grew up on video games, and it's just something that I refuse to give up, to be completely honest. Even if I am super busy, I'll always try to find like a half-hour slot where I can just be in a corner and play Phantom Hourglass, or yeah, play anything. Just, it's kind of like an escape almost. Like, I have a Nintendo DS. It's Majora's Mask. It's limited edition, and even though the Majora's Mask emblem kind of is like a little weird and creepy, I'm like, whatever, I don't have to look at it. I flip it open, and then whoever is walking past can get creeped out. So yeah, even though I actually can't beat Majora's Mask because it's way too hard. And also, I'm stuck in the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time, and I think I'm going to be stuck there for the rest of my life, basically. Some people ask me if my graphic design helped me with my photography, and I would say absolutely. I mean, being able to design my own PDFs and my own packages, and using my graphic design skills for my branding, for my photography, has definitely helped me out. And I haven't graphic designed in like 3 or 4 years now. I mean, like officially graphic designed. And you know, it's so weird, because when I was graphic designing, I mean, I liked it, but I never really felt the passion that I feel with photography. It's so weird, and I never felt like I was really good at it. I mean, I was doing graphic design, what, 7, 8 years at that point, and there were designers who had started for only like 2 to 3 years, and they were way better than me, and I'm like, maybe I'm not that good at this. Like, it's taken me forever. And it was just one of those things where I was like, you know, maybe I just need more practice. It just comes more naturally to some people. So yeah, I just figured, hey, I'll just keep trying. I mean, if I practice more, I'll eventually pick it up. But I don't know, and then I just kind of dropped it, and then I went into photography, and photography was instant for me. I mean, I was learning at such a fast pace that I was like, this is really fun, you know? I'm finally getting something. I'm like, not last in line anymore. So I guess it's just the feeling that you get when you know that you're really passionate about something. Then you just 100%, you just put all your effort into it. So that's a little bit about myself, and again, welcome to all the new subscribers. Can't wait to you know, show you guys all this new content, and I'm really working on some great new ideas to show you guys, and I just really appreciate each and every one of you. I really love you guys, and can we get some likes for the Triforce? Can that happen? Can you guys put that thumbs up? Not that I really like even pay attention to that stuff. Like, what does it do though? The thumbs up thing. Oh, by the way, for all you Australians out there, I actually tried Vegemite, and damn, you guys got quite the palate. What was that though? What was in that? Salt? Was it just salt? What's in Vegemite? Like, if it's, there's nothing veggie about it, okay? The only veggie thing about it is maybe like 1,000-year-old veggies in there with salt. No offense. I love Australians, by the way. Love you, Kaylee. Shout out to Kaylee. Oh gosh. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. I'm gonna, is it okay if I hug you guys after this? Like, it's cool? Like, you won't feel threatened or anything? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hug you guys. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and see you guys later.